Yu-Gi-Oh! Spin-offs, from GX to 5Ds to Zell to Arc 5. These shows, though respectfully different, all follow a similar trope: friendship. In the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise, friendship is power, both figuratively and literally. As long as the main character believes in the bonds that he shares with his comrades, he can accomplish anything. The results of this belief during duels ranges from drawing just the right card at just the right moment to pull off an almost impossible win, to downright creating cards with just feelings and thoughts alone. Yugi, Judai, Yusei, Yuma, and Yuya all share this trait and mindset, but one duelist doesn't. Yusaku Fujiki, the main character of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. True duelists? Let's head into the Vrains! Sit down, bear witness today, so I tell you about HBK and the variety of tools that I will use to win this duel. Come by my monsters, I have zeal. I use my body as a shield. Check my faith, you can check my soul. I take you over like mind control. Yusaku is a high school student who doesn't have a single friend. Due to a traumatic childhood, the lost children incident, the guy pretty much has zero social skills. He's blunt, bland, and seemingly emotionless. When Yusaku enters a conversation, he tends to speak in threes, giving 3 numbered statements about any person or situation, a trait that he and Revolver share.
お前があんまり強そうじゃないって分析を3つしてやる。1つ、アイテムを自慢するのはデッキに興味がないから。2つ、未だリンクブレインズに行ってないのは自分の腕に自信がないから。3つ、外見以上に相手を分析しようとしないのはデュエリストとしてどうかな。
He has a tendency to tell things like they are, regardless of whose feelings are connected to the situation. No wonder he can't make any friends. What Yusaku lacks is empathy, the ability to feel for others. In Link Vrains, he takes on the online persona of Playmaker, Link Vrains' greatest hope. Being seen as an online hero doesn't put a smile on his face either. While under the alias of Playmaker, Yusaku's persona seems to go through a bit of a change. He displays an emotion, or a feeling more so: hatred. Playmaker outright stated multiple times that his only reason for fighting the Knights of Hanoi is to extract revenge. He sees himself as an emissary of vengeance. In fact, Playmaker cares so little for bonds that when the Dark Ignis Eye, who was enslaved in the former's duel disc, mentions them being friends working together to take down an evil organization as fellow heroes, Playmaker demeans the program, telling him that he doesn't consider Eye a friend at all, reminding him that he's just a hostage under Playmaker's rule.
俺とこいつの間には何もない。
俺たちの熱い友情はどうなるんだ。
俺はお前を仲間と思ったことはない。ましてや友情を感じたことなど一度もない。
それじゃあなんで俺を。
お前はただの人質だ。
失礼した。
今はこの AI のことなどどうでもいい。
Now that's a drastic change from the MCs of the past, who have literally put their necks on the line for people they barely knew. The other characters aren't exactly pro-Bond either. We are already in the 2nd season of the show, and the 3 saviors of Link Vrains, Playmaker, Blue Angel, and Go, still see each other as enemies. The main antagonist of Season 1, who also serves as Yusaku's rival, is actually in canon the proposed hero of the story. Revolver's father, Dr. Kogami, sent his son Ryoken Kogami, this guy, on a mission to save mankind from the threat of the Ignis. Along the way, Revolver ran into and grew to hate his arch nemesis, Playmaker. Playmaker fights for revenge, while Revolver fights to cleanse Vrains of the Ignis, even if that means hurting tons of people along the way. Now that's a switch. Oh, and yup, you guessed it, as with every Yu-Gi-Oh!, there is a way for you to die while dueling. Similar to Sword Art Online, while in Link Vrains, a duelist's mind is connected to his avatar. That means that the damage you take during your stay in the virtual world translates to mental damage in the real world. Of course, thanks to SOL Tech's amazing technology, the damage will always be minimal. That is unless you're having a mental breakdown in Link Vrains, in which case, you're SOL. See what I did there? No, not funny. Okay. Well, neither was this. Blue Angel suffered this backdraw during the time she was under the control of the Hanoi infected card Trickstar Batcat. Aoi, known as Blue Angel in Link Vrains, is an almost emotionless high school student. In the real world, she stays to herself and rarely speaks. She only seems to care for and want the attention of her older brother Akira. She would do anything for him and would give anything to have him recognize her. She was Link Vrains' #1 idol, but was tricked into facing Playmaker, a duel in which the power of the Batcat card mixed her two personalities. No longer able to put up the forced smile of Blue Angel, Aoi's feelings shone through the surface, through the idol, and for the first time, the world got to see the true feelings of Blue Angel. The feelings of Aoi Zaizu.
無駄無駄無駄お前の負けだブレメーカ
This episode had amazing pacing and was the highest rated Yu-Gi-Oh episode in the past 10 years. What I'm getting at here is that Vrains doesn't take the stereotypical route of good guy versus bad guy and friendship wins in the end. It has a more realistic tone to it, akin to 5Ds. And yes, before anyone brings it up, Yusei the Badass was also friendship themed. He actually brought up bonds more than characters like Judai. With the lineup of character personalities, this show sounds like it would be depressing as hell. But what's that? Is that a light? A flame? In every Yu-Gi-Oh series, usually around the second or third season, the main character will run into a like-minded duelist, such as when Judai met Johan or when Yusei met Bruno. In Vrains, we're introduced to Takeru Hamura, aka Soul Burner. He is a fiery student with a deep reason to duel. Soul Burner is a much-needed breath of fresh air for the show, with his burning spirit. Compared to the other characters, he's more like what you would expect from a main protagonist of the franchise, light and fiery. But he, as is the case with any good character, is not without flaws. He has a bit of a confidence problem. It's not exactly prominent, but it's pronounced enough so where it's easy to see that he feels inferior to his own Ignis, Flame. Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains goes to show what can happen to your personality when you spend most of your time in virtual reality, whether you do it freely or were forced to do it. But at the same time, it shows how the internet poses another reality to be used when normal life becomes too tough. The trick is to find balance and harmony within yourself, whatever that entails. This means that you must find that inner peace, whether you're within the bowels of darkness or the plains of light. If you fancy yourself a darker person, don't feel outcast because of it. Be open with your darkness and understand that darkness is not inherently bad. Darkness comes from within, and negativity sprouts from the outside. Yusaku demonstrates this in Season 2, where his motives aren't as negative, and he can now smirk at the idea of being friends with Ai. He still won't admit it, but at the very least, he knows that he has a stable partner, and as long as you have that, who needs friendship? Like the characters in Vrains, let's allow ourselves to always evolve and become better than we were yesterday. Even if it only happens by way of duels, show your true self at all times and be at harmony with your own soul, always. Alternatively, just be good at dueling. Okay, true duelist, King of Games Hibiki Tayu logging out. Now get out there and show what you got. Donzen, happy dueling and thanks for watching. Hey true duelist, did you know that in Japan you pronounce a V with a B sound? So Vrains is pronounced brains, like the English word brains. Yusaku just happens to be a hacker, so he's really smart. Anybody else think that that's not a coincidence? Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I summon new videos. And let's try to get this video to at least 100 likes. Remember, when you link your heart to the cards, miracles can happen.